Did you know that there was a cannibal monster that lived in deep forests or snowy regions? What if I told you that this entity is similar to the Bigfoot, but only far scarier looking? In today's video of BrainsTV, we will be exploring an ancient folklore known as the Wendigo. We will be discussing its origin and as well as its powers and abilities. I will also be answering the title of the video, What If the Wendigo Existed Today? But before we do that, let's get to know more about the Wendigo. A Wendigo is a supernatural being belonging to the spiritual traditions. This monster lived in the northern regions. From there, that's where it's originated. Wendigos are described as powerful monsters that have the desire to kill and eat their victims. In most legends, humans transform into Wendigos because of their greed or weakness. The Wendigo was described as the gaunt to the point of emaciation, its desiccated skin pulled tautly over its bones. With its bones pushing out against its skin, it's the representation of the ash gray of death, and its eyes pushed back deep into their sockets. The Wendigo looked like a gaunt skeleton recently disinterred from the grave. What lips it had were tattered and bloody. Its body was unclean and suffering from suppurations of the flesh, giving off a strange and eerie odor of decay and decomposition, of death and corruption. The Ojibawa said that it ate any man, woman, or child who ventured into its territory, and those were the lucky ones. Sometimes the Wendigo chose to possess a person instead, and then the luckless individual became a Wendigo himself, hunting down those he had once loved and feasting upon their flesh. Now that we've got a better description of the Wendigo, let's learn about its powers and abilities. The Wendigo has the power to transform a human into another Wendigo. When making an eye contact to a Wendigo, it is thought to cause drastic physical changes to the host's body, including change in skull and skeletal structure, growth of antlers, claws, and fur, as well as either intense emaciation of the body or in some cases, significant increase of body mass. This forest beast is known to be super strong and can grow even stronger as the full moon approaches. They can easily tear humans apart limb from limb with or without effort, snap necks and carry two people at once, and even drag them up a tree with ease. The Wendigo has superhuman stamina and speed. This creature is completely agile. They also have the voice mimicry. Wendigos can imitate human voices to lure their prey. Overall, Wendigos are meant to be incredibly stealth hunters. We've got to learn its backstory and its powers. Let's get on to answering the question, what if the Wendigo existed today? If the Wendigo existed today, camping and going out to go hiking would be dangerous. It would be banned to do all those type of things if the world knew that this scary entity was real. With that happening, people wouldn't get to experience the beauty of nature since it's now prohibited, and exploring the wild would not happen. The Wendigo would not be a humanity extinction level threat because it only lives in the northern areas where its deep and snowy forests are at. So for the people that lives in hot areas or in the southern area, they are completely safe and will not be attacked by this monster. But for the ones that lives in a snowy region, I recommend them to move out or at least try to avoid this being, or else they would turn into a Wendigo themselves. You can attain by being the Wendigo through greed. And remember, if you become the Wendigo, you will become a cannibal and eat your loved ones. Now, if you want to take down this monster, the worst thing to do is to go by yourself, because remember, it loves to hunt. But also know this, when fighting this monster, put your feelings aside, because if your emotions get involved, you will turn into a Wendigo. However, hunting this monster down with a group of people is way better than going by yourself. As long as you guys don't get separated, then there's a high chance of killing this thing. The Wendigo is not bulletproof, although it has some advantage to humans because of its superpowers. It is said that the Wendigos can be killed with a conventional weapon such as club or a firearm. Other legends claim that the Wendigo has to be somehow subdued, its icy heart cut out, and then melted in a roaring fire. So there are two ways to deal with the Wendigo. Either you avoid it by moving to another country or city, or to go hunt it down with a group of people. And that will wrap it up for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it and want more Brains TV content, please like, subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.